yet again another movie review, and we is about to review Jeepers Creepers from 2001. Okay, so before I dive into the defense review of Jeepers Creepers, I just want to start off by saying I am aware of the controversy surrounding Victor Salva, the director of the film. I know what he did. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the movie, because the art. I said before and I said again, people need to learn how to separate the art from the artist. And if you can't do that, you missing out on a damn good thriller ride. Jeepers Creepers tells a story about a brother and a sister driving on the backcountry road, and along the way, they saw a man dump a body down a fucking sewer pipe. It's covered in blood, and they have to go back, and horror movie clients say they gotta go back and see what it is, and from there on out, this movie become a full solid bloodbath. And what you see on screen is by far beyond creepy. So with the plot out of the way, just like I said in my intro, Jeepers Creepers is just one of those films that you can't recommend to people because of the director behind the film. There's like countless of reviews, not countless, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they is entitled to their own opinion, just like I am entitled to my opinion. But if you can't separate the art from the artist, why bother even mention the movie at all if you can't separate the art from the artist? There's a lot of directors and writers and producers that have done some creepy shit, and people still watch half of their movies. There's people out here that did creepy shit in general, just like R. Kelly, for example, all the craziness that he did, but people still listen to his music. But nevertheless, Jeepers Creepers, just like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I'm here to talk about the art. And this is going to be in the defense of Jeepers Creepers, because I like this film. I have no cons for this movie. Yeah, there is some things I'm going to touch on that might go in my missed element. We'll see if I want to talk about it. But let's just dive into my first pro. My first pro for this movie will have to be the way Victor Salva wrote and put this movie together. What he put in this movie is what really makes this movie shine to its full potential, And throughout the entire runtime of this movie, we see the brother and the sister, which I'll get more in the deep dive here in just a second, but we see a brother and a sister driving on this backcountry road. They having a good old time, and then they just get hit in the back of their car with a fucking truck driver who basically just want to run them off the road for whatever reason. Follow up with that pro will have to be Jonathan Brett, who is the creeper throughout this entire franchise, at least the first three. But anyway, Jonathan Brett, what he brings to the creeper, just like his physical movement, the way he walks, like what tipped him, like the stuff that triggered him to want to smell people. And in this movie, there is a lot of sniffing. I mean, he sniffs people, because that's how he can tell who he want to eat some shit from. No pun intended. But you can tell, like, the way he sniffed them, it feels like, it looks physical. It looks like that person has a certain scent that he likes. And he does take a lot of people throughout this movie, at least that one brother. There's a scene where he broke into a jail cell and he pulled the jail cell apart just so he can get in there and eat the person that he has to grow a body part from. So basically what happens is that whatever body part that he needs to regenerate, he will go to a person and eat that body part. So like if he lose an arm, he gotta eat the arm so he can grow his arm back. If he lose a leg, he gotta eat a leg to grow a leg back. Shit like that, what Jonathan Brett does as the creeper, you can tell he had a lot of fun with this role. I can tell he did. Going back to the brother and the sister throughout the entire runtime of this movie, if I would have told y'all that they were real siblings, y'all would have believed me, because they on-screen chemistry is just so well crafted. They feel like real siblings. They don't feel like set-up characters that are just there to die. No, they feel like real brother and real sister. So basically throughout the entire runtime of this movie, they basically toying with each other and they're picking on each other. You know what real brothers and sisters would do? He called her a daddy's whore. She called him a mama's boy. And he called her, I mean, like I said, they on-screen chemistry feel like real chemistry. And not for a second, I would have doubt that they did that in one take. They had to been off screen. They had to practice and get to know each other a little bit better in order enough to make that chemistry work so well in front of that camera. The mystery surrounding the creeper is by far even more creepier than the stuff that you do know. We don't know anything about this creeper. We don't know where he came from, what it is. Victor Salva doesn't give you any of that, and I think that's what you need, especially when you're making a monster movie. Don't give too much, because if you give too much, there's nothing special about this monster. And in this film, we don't know anything about the creeper. All we know is that he likes body parts. He takes people, he eats them, he cut body parts out and stuff like that. That is crazy. To go along with that pro will have to be the fact that the creeper's layer, like where he put the bodies at, throwing bodies down pipes and this shit like that, just that enough should be enough to just make you feel uncomfortable. And that's really the whole point of the entire movie. So another part will have to be two parts. Okay, one half of this movie is like creepy and serious. That's like the first half. And then the second half of this movie is like a fast pace. Basically, it's like Force Solid. If you don't know what Force Solid is basically something that has a faster pace with like a higher speed rate or something like that. And so this movie's second half is where the good shit happens. This is the part that you want to get to. The first half is more serious and more, like I said, like a little slow pace, while the second half is just full on evil. Seeing the creeper's full potential, he got like he got like something behind the back of his head where something opens up. He got wings, he can fly. I mean, there's so much stuff in the second half of this movie that will make you your jaw will drop in your lap. Another part for me would have to be the fact is that this movie doesn't let you process nothing for a single second. The moment that you see that truck come up behind them, and he hits the back of their car trying to run them off the road, and he gets ahead of them and speed off, and they stay on this backcountry road. Then later on they see him throwing the bodies down the sewer pipe. This movie doesn't let you process that, because at the end of this movie, I'm going to spoil the ending in just a second, but at the end of this movie doesn't even let you process that, because there is shit happening constantly every second. And this movie grabbing you by your throat and just pulling you right through it. And you better hope and pray that you can breathe throughout the entire runtime of this movie. Another part for me would have to be the fact is that wanting more from this movie does not deliver that. Just like I said before, I said again, there's just so little that you know about the creeper. So little. And just that little that you know might make you want to turn it off and say, okay, so who is this creeper? But I promise you, if you keep watching, you will love this movie just as much as I do. Maybe not, because of the director of the film. But on to my next pro will have to be the cinematography. Especially at night. It's kind of hard to shoot a good night scene. But Victor Salva did such a fantastic job with the night scene. There's a lot of shots in this movie where the creeper, you can see the creeper's face. But then there's stuff you can see in the dark. Then there's moments where the creeper will be like all up in the camera. And then there's another moment where he'll be like so far away. Like there's a scene where they was on the road. And Trick was trying to run him off the road. And he jumped over the car. Then she drove back and he jumped over the car again. And the way he showed the creeper's face, just like that. I mean, it's good shot. And it takes a lot of talent to pull it off behind the camera. The part for me would have to be the fact that the creeper song is fucking creepy as shit. You know, like Jeepers Creeper, the way to get the eyes out, stuff like that. That's just creepy. I mean, just knowing what they're saying and knowing the meaning behind it, I guess it's safe to say that nursery rhyme song, you know, that song that Mama used to sing to us when we were babies, when we were kids, period. Yeah, shit like that, it's fucking creepy. And especially if you play it in a horror movie. I think that's where a nursery rhyme song feels even more creepier, is when it's in a horror film. But my overall thought is that Jeepers Creeper is just one of those films that it's too bad that you can't recommend this movie to people, because people are going to find out who the director is, and then they're going to come across the stuff that he did. I'm not gonna comment on the stuff that he did, but I'm aware of it. But I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the art that he created with this film. My grade for this movie will have to be a straight up A plus. If I could give you any cons or any myths about this movie, I would probably have to say the whole like the whole psychic thing. You know, when the lady come in there and then she suddenly know everything that had happened, even though I don't give a damn what nobody say. The psychic my ass, knowing that she know everything that we already saw, just kind of take you out of the movie. But if you just watch the movie, it's actually a fucking blast. And I forgot to mention at the end of the movie, spoiler. Here go the spoiler part. At the end of the movie, um, the creeper shows up and he takes the brother because the brother has a certain scent to him that he likes, and the creeper smelling this girl brother and he flies away. This is when we see the creeper actually fly. But yeah, this is pretty much gonna wrap up today's Pacific review. If you want to get in touch with your boy, remember my social media link will always be in the description down below. And I hope to see you Hellraisers in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that damn bell notification so that way when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first one to get it. And I hope to catch you Hellraisers in my next video. My name is Tevin Johnson, and I love horror movies.